Welcome to all of you. Welcome students for this video lecture of computer networks. So in this video lecture we are going to see about unit 1 fundamentals and link layer. So in this unit 1 we are going to cover protocol layering. So already we have covered networks types. So today we are going to cover about protocol layering. So let me discuss about in protocol layering. So what is mean by protocol layering and all? What are the structures? How the layered architecture will be? So everything we are going to cover in this protocol layering. So first one is about protocol layering. How the protocol layering will be. So in a data communication and network. In the sense a protocol defined. So first let me discuss what is protocol. So in a data communication and a network, a protocol defines the set of rules that both the sender and receiver and all the intermediate devices need to follow. So there may be a set of rules or can be defined. So that meet the rules can be followed by all the sender, receiver and the intermediate devices to communicate effectively. So these rules are to perform the communication effectively, to make the connection, to make this communication in a more comfort manner, this protocol are defined. So we can simply call it as a protocol is a set of rules that can be used by both sender, receiver and intermediate devices. So when a communication is very simple, we need only one simple protocol. But if the communication is very complex, we need to divide the task between different layers. So that is why we are going for a protocol layering. So in which we need protocol at each layer. So that is why it can be called as a protocol layer. So if it is in a simple communication, simple protocol, there is no need for an protocol. There is no need for splitting the layers. But if it is in a complex, then we need to split the layers into, we need to split the communication into parts. We need to divide the messages into tasks. So that is why we are going for a protocol layering. So the next thing about protocol layering is we are going to consider some scenarios. So to develop for better understanding of the protocol layering, we are going to develop some scenarios. So in this first scenarios, these are the some examples how the protocol layer can be illustrated. In the first scenario, communication is very simple and can occur in only one layer. It can be occur in only one layer. For example, we can assume that Maria and Anne, or we can say it as an XY or neighbors with a lot of common ideas. They'll be having some common ideas. But communication between Maria and Anne takes place in only one layer. Here there is no need to split in the layers because there is only the two peoples are involved. Only the communication can be going to happen between these two peoples. So that is on only one layer. So that is about our first scenario. So we'll discuss about the example. We'll discuss with the example. You can see this in a single layer protocol. In a single layer protocol, we can say that this is a layer 1. There can be in Maria and here will be in Anne. They are going, they both can listen and talk. First Maria will talk and Anne will listen, and Anne will talk, the Maria will listen. So the conversation going to take place between these two people. That can be only in a single layer. So that is about our first scenarios. There is no need for here splitting of layer. So here we have a single layer approach. There may be an large layer approach that we will discuss, but in this scenario what we are going to learn is that can be followed. What is that? In the sense, first Maria and Anne, they should know each other. So for while they are meeting, they should know each other and they need to share their friendship with few words of vocabulary. And third, they each party should speaking when the other party is when each party knows that should refrain from speaking when the other party is speaking. So what they are speaking, that we are listening things, no, already we should know listen and talk. So that is the thing in a third. And fourth part is each party knows that a conversation should be a dialogue. So that can be a dialogue, not can be a monologue. So that each party should know that. And finally, they should exchange some nice words with their leave. So that is the scenario we have followed in a single step. A single scenario, only one layer. And then we are coming to the part of second scenario. It uses encryption and decryption techniques. So what is this encryption and decryption techniques? The sender of the letter encrypts. The sender letter can be encrypted and it can be make it as an unreadable by an intruder. So the receiver of the letter decrypts it and gets the original letter. This is the procedure. If sender will encrypt the letter that can be unreadable by anyone, and then the receiver will decrypt the original letter. This is why our second scenario it is going to be followed. So Marian and Anne uses this technique to make it hard to decrypt the letter if one does not have the key for doing so. If someone if suppose the receiver forgot the key, or if the receiver entered the key wrongly, then they cannot decrypt the letter. So what is the approach we are going to follow is we are going to follow the spreading of the layers. So for this communication between the Maria and Anne, we are going to split this layer into three parts. So three-layer approach is going to be followed in second scenario. So in a three-layer approach, first listen and talk. That can be in sending a message and receiving a message is going to be takes place in first layer. And the second layer we are going to take the approaches encryption and decryption, and third layer is an listen and talk. So it is the easy of task, and if the someone's forgot the decryption key, then it can be easily decrypted by this thing. So this is why the larger task can be splitted into easier way. So according to the people convenience, it can be used. So first thing here, send mail or receiver either by the sender side in the or receiver side. And the second thing is an encryption and decryption technique. The third one is a listen and talk. So this is a three-layer protocol. In the second scenario, we need to observe some things. So the protocol layer enables us to divide a complex task into several smaller and simpler tasks. So it will divide some complex tasks into several smaller and simpler tasks. So in the present situation, they need to exchange only in the second layer machine, because here we can because there are many complex tasks are available. So that is why this in a present situation our second scenario is used in a networks. So the second scenario we can call it as an this approach is called as an modularity. So what is meant by modularity? So modularity in this case means independent layers. So each layer should be treated as an independent thing. There is no dependent parts in this modularity. So a layer, that can be a layer in the sense we can call it as a module. A module can be defined as a black box, so with the inputs and outputs, so without concern about how inputs are changed to output. So that is about our modularity. If two machines provide same outputs with the given the same inputs, then they replace with each other, then they can replace with each other. So this is about our second scenario. Next, we are going to discuss about our protocol layering advantage and disadvantage. So it allows us to separate services from the implementations. And second thing is about communication does not always use only two end systems. There may be some intermediate systems will be there in some layers, but not all the layers, but in some layers there may be an intermediate systems. So that is the main advantage. And disadvantage is that there is no need for each layer to provide services to the upper layer and give the services to the lower layer. There is no necessity, but here they are doing. So that is a major disadvantage in protocol layering. So next thing about principles. We are going to discuss about the principles of protocol layering. Next, we are going to discuss about the two principles of protocol layering. In the first principle, in the first principle, the first principle, the principles in the sense, the first principle dictates there should be a bidirectional connection between the devices. That is about our first principle. So we have here we can say it is a first principle. And second principle, there is an only single way communication. So that's all about the protocol layering. So in the first principle, there could be so the first principle diagram, if you want bidirectional communication, you need to make each layer so that it's able to perform two opposite stacks in one each direction. In the second principle, the both stacks should be in an identical manner. So that is our second principle. So then coming to the part of logical connection, this means that we have layer to layer communication will be there. So Maria and can think there is a logical connection at each layer. So what their object they have created and so. So those are all the things in our